Sup, nerds, and welcome back to Blueprints. In between games right now, so I figured I would come back to this, take a little bit of a break from the strategy games, and instead break my brain with puzzles instead. I'm gonna do a few episodes of this, they'll be relatively long. Don't know how far through the game we'll get in that time, but I'm excited to see. This is still the same, right? Yes, okay. Perfect. So I think the only thing to really do is get back into solving the puzzles. So let's see. We're going over here into this corner. Let's do a quick hallway, open up some more paths because I have learned that sealing things off is terrible. Now, we've got a little red thing here. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. Last I saw, the red was the lies and the blues were the truth. So we'll just assume that is a lie. Since we have an extra opening, I'm going to go ahead and open up the closet and let's get some. Actually, this is a corner. Let's do the nook for now. Let's get this extra key and start getting some things opened. A particular kind of puzzle in here? No, 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 nothing I can see at the moment. I'm sure there will be things that I should be tracking and keeping attention to. Journal noteworthy. Yep. Yep, I've got my old notepad document open here. Let me pull that up actually. Thank you for the reminder game. I said notepad, it's notepad plus plus because we all know that is superior. So okay, here's all my notes. Um yeah, gonna just put them up on the page or on the screen so everyone can see. There we go. That's what I'm looking at right now. And onward we go into more of the game. Let's see. We have the den, the West Wing Hall. I think I'm gonna go to the den first. We can use the West Wing Hall further up. The den will give one coin or one gem, which will open up some other things. I'm into that idea right now. There's that gem. Chess pieces, there's that. There's some swans. Du, 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 du. All right. Let's go here to where it would connect to the hall. Now I could do the utility closet, open the breaker box. I think I'm going to do the bedroom for a quick connector back into the hallway that gives extra footsteps each way. So it basically makes a freeway back that can skip the nook when I have to go back to the hallway in the entrance hall. I like that. Anything in here I want to grab? Some money. Nothing that was even on the list, so perfect. Make sure to keep looking around everywhere as we go places. Reddington. Alright, alright. Yep, finger pointing down, hat, keep going. If you missed the first episode of this is a house building roguelike architectural puzzle game. And so much of it is just about finding ways that we can move around in this space. Commissary has items for sale, it needs a gem, and I just got some money. I think let's pop that open, save the corridor for other areas. Commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. Well, it's day 4, so. Yep, the clock. I remember reading about that, with or without the raven and that. Interesting. All items will be 50% off day 20 and 21. I don't want to make that an old cigarette vending machine. Let's see what's for sale here. I can buy nothing, but it's good to know what's here. Alright. Let's see. Could put in the utility closet or the storeroom. I think the storeroom to get a little more money to come back in here. And then we'll just make a new branch off the entrance hall. And with the bedroom, that will reduce the cost for coming back to the commissary. I like that. There's the coin. There's the key. There should be a gem around as well. There it is. Anything else I care about in here at the moment? Nothing that I know to care about. So I'll keep moving on. Now with this, I can get the magnifying glass, which lets me inspect documents more closely. So with that, does this change anything of this? Nope. What about this? Staff notice? Swan Song is the terminal password. Not Silk Song, Swan Song. So I better write that down. I think, yeah. I had it partially written here. It's now correctly written. So the terminal password is Swan Song. That's good to know. Worth a magnifying glass already. And down in. And then we'll cut through the bedroom. There's this one. If I bring up a Reading 10 a little larger, anything jumping out at me in here? Nothing I can see or know to look at. Okay. Keep going. Just doing quick checks to see if there's like miniature text in any of these that I need to check any closer. All right, we'll go north now. Don't want to do the chapel. Let's do the pantry, I guess. Grab the money. Red rooms I'm trying to generally avoid. Please pick up some more fruit before Friday. Yep, 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. Is that what I had written down before? No, I don't think I even wrote it down, so let me put that down now. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. Alright. Grab the apple. Get a few extra steps in. Nice. Open this up. Try to not make something that's going to open back into the old room, but security might be good. That'll open that way. Closet. I mean, I kind of do want the closet because I want this. Yeah. I want that out of the way, and I want the items, so. A die so I can re-roll my room if I have to, and 3 keys. That will keep me moving forward. Anything else hiding in here? Not that I know about. Okay. Off of the entrance hall now. I don't think any of these would be good. I think they'd all lock me in. So we'll do the re-roll right now. Good. We'll take the spare room just for a straight shot through. Yeah. Anything in here I care about? No? Interesting that it has a window outside this time. I mean, we are on the outside edge. We'll use the kitchen. Open up the north side. Cool. Sometimes it really is just we are limited to going through the only way we open, especially when I cut off a path like that. I'm a little nervous about it, not gonna lie. I would love to open some more things up, but we've got some food options here. Nothing I really want to use yet, but stuffed wild quail will be there today in the dining room. could grab a banana for a few extra steps, but I don't know if that feels completely worth it. Hope I don't regret that. Can I zoom in on this? No. Alright. Yep, we'll take the corridor. That's pretty much perfect. Opens up this straight line here. Keep an eye out for anything left laying around in the corridor. Nope. And then, do I want the parlor or the chapel? I think I actually want the chapel at this point because I want a larger path opened up. Good. Cost me 1 coin. It's worth it for this. We know one of these angels is named. What was it? It was Angel 5, the French maid brunette angel with the broom is named Mila, and that is this one. This is Mila. Don't know what that's useful for, but now we know Mila is 5. Gonna go ahead and go through this door into more of the central area. We'll take the courtyard. Kind of wastes a path, but I mean, we need to keep it open. I don't have a gem. And I think I have to draft a room at this point. So between them all, I'll grab the guest bedroom for some extra footsteps, I guess. Get that gem. Here's a document. Anything special in the signature? Anything hidden there? No. All right. Keep going, keep going. Lose a little more money. All right. I think the dining room is going to be very important, though security might be more important, actually. Yeah, that way we have the gem, we can spend it on this and view the inventory of all items in the house, so I can see if I missed anything crucial. Plus, there's notes. Blue memos equal true, red are lies unless written by hand. That's not even written on a memo anymore. It was written by hand. We have this. The password is Swan Song. View the estate. Okay, yep, nothing left behind. Good. Keycard system. Going to turn it. Security level is. Okay. I think offline mode's going to be unlocked. We're going to leave it at medium for key cards for now until I find the breaker room, which I've seen it come up a few times. I could have triggered it, but you know, you can't be sure. Then let's log into the network. It's Swan Song. Hey, password accepted. An old modem. Ancient days. Let's check the electronic mail. Permissions to this terminal do not allow for access to the email account. Currently, email can only be accessed via the office, so let's get that in. All right, back to the network menu. A remote terminal access. Okay, I'd have to turn the others online, and they should connect into here in the future. Staff services. Can't punch in or out at the moment. Staff announcements. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're rooting for you, your friends, and faithful service. Aw, thank you, staff. Request a schedule change? Nope. And special orders. Will take 1 to 3 days. Let's make sure we're getting more. Let's get a shovel in. Yeah. Then I'll be able to go outside with that and start digging around in a few spots. Data transfers from Cinca are not currently available. What? What's a torrija block? Okay, we'll have a game in a future patch. Yep, drafting, draft pool, draw, color. Okay. Red for red rooms. Wonderful. Thank you. I mean, I feel like I understand all these terms. What's trunk? Yep, okay. Okay, locked, containing items of interest. Alright. Interesting. Once we get more, that will be more useful, I think. Oh, is that me? That's me. Few specific rooms is trying to draw my attention to. Huh. The antechamber has been unlocked and no access levers are no longer required to grant entry. Interesting. Yep. Okay. More locks. Terminal password is still Swan Song. Yeah. Same note as we saw in that other area. Alright. What's through this door? We can put in the utility closet. That's what I want, because I want to be able to unlock all the keycard doors. There we go. So that's offline. I'll turn on all the VAC indicators, I suppose. And we'll make sure the lights are on everywhere. Can't do it for the cabinet, that's fine. Huh. Do I know what a VAC indicator is? I absolutely do not. But hey, here we are. And now that this is done, we go back into the terminal. Yep. To the keycard system. And we set security level to be high. And since they're all unlocked when it's offline, that's perfect. Should open up a bunch of doors. Alright, through here. Boiler room is perfect, but I don't have the thing, so we're going to go to the parlor instead. This puzzle. One always true, one always a lie, and one that could be either. So this one is one of the truth. The black box is black, is in fact a true statement. Black box is empty, can't be sure there. The black box is true. Okay. So if the black box is true, this is a lie, therefore this must be a lie. The black box must be false, and that is our key. Two nice little gems. Perfect. Anything else going on here? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Well, only way through is through. We have a key. All right. I need something with many paths, or which at least goes to the north. Can draw new floor plans while drafting in that room. Or I can choose to not see. I'm going to choose this one. Yeah. Drawing floor plans. Yep. It's our locked way through. Unfortunate, but here we are. Another key. I only have one more. Almost certainly the dining room, right? I guess the pool also works. Adds locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pool. Yeah, I mean, we've not seen any of those. Let's do it. I've not even been in the pool before. Huh. It's a nice little pool. I can't go swimming game? Really? Alright, well, this should be unlocked, right? Can go to the observatory and open the right, but I think I need to get the dark room, open up multiple rooms now, just to be safe. Wonderful. And then this one is locked. We'll see if I can't find another way around to the same room that would have gone into. Uh, this had power a moment ago. Interesting. I don't know. We'll throw this one in, and I don't have gems, so we'll just pick the middle and hope for the best. It's the East Wing Hall. That's almost perfect. What's down here? Boudoir, which gives me 3 fruit. Or the veranda. No. Let's take, because I'm only rank 7, so the dining room feels a little premature. Let's do the boudoir. Boudoir. Give me food, give me food, give me food. More steps is good. What can I find in this image? Can I see a reflection in the mirror that gives me a clue? No? Hmm. Oh, nothing here. Okay. We have this chest here. Cinca. Right. That was mentioned in the thing, so I'm going to write that down here. Cinca, name of safe in boudoir. I'm going to try a code that was pointed out by a friend of mine from the old list of books. It's just kind of the number of words in each category in that. 5235, does that do it? No. Okay. It was more of the counts. Actually, that's 5236. No? Alright. It's not it for that one. So that's going to be something related to Cinca, since we've seen that name shown up a few times. That just goes back to the pool. Cool. Let's try up here. Is this locked? Dang. Okay. Over here, this would have been a key card lock, so that's not a thing anymore. Uh, Middle. Dead end. Oh no. Complete dead end with nothing in it. Am I locked in for the day? I might be. Take a look in the lavatory. Nothing in here. One more key and I'd be fine, but this is kind of it, isn't it? I'll go back to the security room and double check to make sure I haven't missed something. Can I grab that net? No. Let's check this. View estate inventory. Nothing that remains to be collected, but I can turn the dark room back on in here, and while I have this, I might as well, right? Flip that back on. And head back up to it. Here we go. Alright, what can I find in this? What's that say? Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Well, that's important, isn't it? Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Fantastic information. I don't know which room is Hartley's, but, you know. Anything else back here? No? Alright. What's this say? 11/28 is the date on the tree, and I bet that's going to be the combo to that code right there. Could also be the safe. So I'll check the safe on my way out. There's a gem. So there are more things in here that I missed. Nothing there. Anything here? Really glad I got this magnifying glass, by the way. This was a big bit of progress we're getting now. Scale, if I need it, is interesting. No, nothing. Okay. Less overexposed. What's that? Is there anything with those lines of her hair there? That's kind of interesting to me, but nothing I can really see. And nothing like down in the middle, right? Okay. This one's like hyper exposed. Does that reveal anything? Her hair's different. Huh. Still, two really big clues just from right over here. Sinka is also the name on the camera. And we've got all these little chalk lines all around this room I can't help but notice. Wonder if those are to help navigate in the dark. I'm not sure. Looking for like reflections of numbers in some of this stuff. Nothing there. Okay. Alright. Well. Don't think one gem's going to be enough to open anything up anymore. But I think with this, we probably head out to, hang on, print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms of the West Wing, as well as a large print of the enclosed photograph. So the last development was too dark to keep, so keep an eye on that. This is too dark. How can I brighten it? I probably need another tool, right? Hmm. All right, well, let's try going outside now if I can't find anything else around here. One last check of, well, everything. Well, this is the camera. Can I take that? Why can't I take that? All right, just kind of wasting time now. I'm gonna can go ahead and take the straight shot outside as much as possible. I don't have, well, I guess I did have coin. All right, fine. You win this time, Chapel. You win this time. Ah, takes a step when we head outside. That's good to know, honestly. Can't open that gate yet. Can make a wish with my coin. Wonder if I toss enough in there, something good happens, but it seems like a good thing to do with any excess coins if I hit a point like this, so I don't mind doing it. Now, where was that orchard? Oh, yes, I did notice the pipes leading to that. That's clearly an elevator of some kind, right? Like, what else would these be for? Now, I know it's been a bit since I played this, but I did want to assure people I'm still going into this blind. I have not watched anybody else play it in the hopes that I would be getting back to this soon, and well, here I am. So it paid off. It's only been a couple weeks at this point, long enough for some of the puzzles to fade a little from my memory. But like I said, I never saw anybody else play, so hey, here we are. Is the garage outside or was it another room? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Is it this? No. Does feel like there's ways from the inside out here that have yet to unlock. And the orchard is like right past the camp. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, okay. This tree was cut down, so that further implies that this is 11. What was it? 1181, 1128. Hey, progress. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20 steps. Oh my god. Okay. You know, I'll take that. More of these pipes. Oh, they're flames. It's gas pipes. Am I just gonna leave that burning forever now? I might. That might be what's about to happen here. Little sundial. I don't want to step inside just yet because I feel like that's going to be another usage of footsteps. But okay, no, that's all that I have left to do now, unless I can do something with any of these, which it doesn't look like I can. That was just open or not. Okay, let's look in here. The Gardener's Logbook, April 10th, 1992 until this. So April 10th, 1992 is another date to add. Next page. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, inasmuch as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Robert Nagula, Groundskeeper. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Abson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. I'm just checking for any clues on the spade. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these, I discovered, are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within this category. Noted. Hang on. Noted. Terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, secret garden, all only able to be drafted on east and west perimeter. The soil survey. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. And while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. 1 second. So this will help me guide what I do in terms of the green rooms where I place them. Soil quality map blueprints will be the name of this screenshot. Okay. Yep. Smudge pots. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside the house are still connected and powered by gas light, including, but not limited to, the orchard smudge pots. Smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperature and high altitude of the estate. These gas burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas powered machinery and appliances. Interesting. So by having them on, it will affect the other things. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Arinda currently in the cloister with a much more appropriate angel, Rinna. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. And she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. To be told, I have forgotten how to access the inner garth, and am too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I've only ever seen Rinna's depiction in chapel. So the farmer one with the hoe, that is Rinna, and that is. That's number one. Number one is Rinna. Good to know. That's the blonde one. Which, shocking, that doesn't look blonde, but anyway. Okay. Alright. We're getting somewhere. I don't know what knowing all these angels' names is going to do for me, but it feels important enough that it came up twice. Okay, so when I did this, did it turn off the apples? Yeah. Come back. Anything? Yeah, okay, then the smudge pots are going. I think it's okay because we're not in the cold months to do that. Alright. Alright. Progress. More steps tomorrow. What else can I do out here? With the particular gas scenes. Oh, flowers. Can I pick those? No. Very much a case of I'm solving all these little puzzles. I don't know what they're all going to amount to together, but I can tell it's going to be something. We'll head down there. He did say he swept the west path, so there's a route to it, and I see that the power comes from over there. No, nothing? Alright. One last check down here real quick before I end the day, now that we've got that up. There's an old minecart track there. And I have to wonder, are there pipes on the outside over there? No, not that I can see. Hey, bird. No, okay. I think that's it for the day. But we got a lot of information, so house history. Let's call it a day. Interesting. Call it a day. Don't think I've made it to my gate yet, which is a little disappointing, but trying to get there. All right, day 5. Let's do this, house. You and me, one on one, mano a mano, man to man. 70 steps. To the left. I'm fine with the spare room. Using that early seems right. Though the den opens up more, and I'm paranoid about not opening up more now, so we'll grab this. Open this one next, the inside. And yeah, let's do the spare room here. Actually, let's do the bedroom, because even if the den here ends up being a dead end now, which it is, because I'm going to go ahead and use this for the storeroom. Coin, key, gem. Anything else? Nope. Alright. Bedroom, which restores on passing through. An extra key in here. Anything else hiding? Not at the moment. Alright, let's get the... Ooh, we could do the patio, but... It's kind of... Well, first of all, that would be a barren spot, wouldn't it? If I look at... Yeah, that's the barren spot, so parlor instead. Yes, okay. Gems are in a box with the word blue on it, can't be sure. This has nothing. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. And this is the only one that has the word blue on it, so unless these are both lies... But that's rough, that the white box has nothing. Okay, let's think this through. If it were in the white box, then this would be a lie. And if that were a lie, this would be a lie. And that could technically be true. Like, all three of those things could be true. So that is a possibility. This, if it's in here, that's true, and that's true. And this would be a lie. Is there another piece of writing around somewhere? Huh. I mean, nothing... I would count nothing as a lie, personally. Which makes me think it's in the blue box. But it's kind of a 50-50 shot here. Dang it, it was in the white box. Well, I don't like that. Oh well. The Nook opens up more rooms, so that's the more important one to get going. Drafting a bedroom is nice, getting that option, but we just need to keep going through and opening up more of the house. I can't make any dead ends unless there's no other option. Another key is good. Yep, the journal. No, it's through here. Hallway would probably be good. Nope. Commissary? Nope. Hallway's our best option. It opens up something new. Let's open this up. Courtyard. Was courtyard one of the special green ones? Let's see. It was not, so I kind of want to open the courtyard. I don't want to use the chapel yet for a few reasons, but the courtyard would open up the most paths and give an opportunity for more greenery. Also, I don't think I've been here yet. Metal detector, okay. Better chance of key and coins, so that's good for early on. And this is still early in this run. I'm still at 64 steps, which is wild. Do want to put this on the outside on one of the fertile rooms at some point. Uh, okay. Let's do the garage because I haven't been there yet. And that opens up 3 keys. Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you have been driving for his lordship, your absences must be accounted for, Mrs. Babbage. What were you doing, Christoph? Huh? What were you doing? Oh, found the keys. And an intercom system. Huh. Can I use this? No. No. Ladder. Just checking this out because I've not been here before. It doesn't look like anything else immediately available, but I know that there's a breaker for this, and I know that there's also car keys around somewhere. So I'm glad that's open. Now then. Chapel opens up the most. We only have 1 coin to lose. I'm fine with that. We'll open up south first. Grab the gem. Wish I could do something with these. I can't, though. But now that I know the Roman numerals and the names are tied to, like, that's something. Let's see what's through this door. Opens up the pantry, which goes to the right-hand side. Could do the nursery, make the bedrooms more powerful in the future. I think that's the one for right now. Also not sure I've been in the nursery before. It's cute. I really like the Mother Goose there. Little King. The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. Oh, we were told about this. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. There's going to be clues in this. I should write this down. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red castle. A red crown made of rubies. Made of rubies. And a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. Especially since this game's named Blueprints, like, this feels important. Love, comma, for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. Yeah. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. That feels important. He never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. Never looked up for fear of the hue of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. It's time to look up. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down. If he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. He was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. Do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was at it's this book, right? And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad. A story he had read in the bath and the bed. A story he had read in the bath and the bed. Maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said, and maybe you can guess with the clues we have said. It's Mao's Little Red Book, clearly. It was a story of a boy who also wore red. It was the story of a boy who also wore red. And he looked like our prince from the toes to his head. And he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. Now looking at this, I'm like, is there something important about this clock, about these reflections, about this mirror that has the crown on it? I've seen that mirror, I think. As you, my reader, might already assume, and as you, my dear reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you. In fact, in the same room. I sure wish I could zoom in on that to see the differences. A story about you, if it needs to be said. About a Red Prince in this book, they're a book we just read. Okay. Yeah, I really wish I had the magnifying glass for that. Oh, Jim. Also, look up, the game just said, so I need to make sure I'm looking up more often. Apple Orchard, Red Prince, and Swans, I think, is our title for this episode so far. I'm not going to count the number of stars, as tempted as I am to do so, but hey. What's up in the chapel? Ooh, nice open slats. That's not good if it ever rains, but hey. Who am I to judge? Alright. +1 star for each time you've drafted Observatory. Well, I've never drafted Observatory. Let's start getting that counting up. Spin the world. What's that? Looking up. That's pretty cool. The little orrery up there. Matched by this one here. Fixed Stars, The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt, Fan Aries Bird and Sun Publishing. Complete starbase list of constellations and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one, depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day. Different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. Okay. North Star is 1 gold. Twins as 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. Slice is 3 steps. Diamandus Minor is 1 gem. Southern Cross rooms with 4 doors are more common today. 6 is apple, or 7 is apple. 8 is an extra key. 9 is lots of, or 11 is lots of gems. 12 is lots of dead ends. 15's lots of sales. 20 is green rooms. Okay. Special quote-unquote flowers are drugs? Drugs in the green room? Are we talking about drugs? Please don't demonetize me, YouTube. Not that I'm monetized anyway. Spin the globe. Alright, what's up here? Huh. Right. We can spin one of two directions. Can't look outside that way. I should be checking it every time I do that. Or at least every so often. This is one end of it, so let's... Can I see in there? No. Can I turn this? I can. Hang on. It's actually pointing out now. 1 star. Yep. North Star gain 1 gold. Hey, nice. It's locked in place now. And what happens if I keep it that low? That's pretty low. Can't look through it. Alright, well, curiosity sated. Locked door. I have 6 keys. Let's keep going. We'll do a corridor. Always left unlocked. It's through here. Can do the security room. Yeah, let's get that. Oh, nope. Can do the West Wing Hall, though. Is there anything in here? No, nothing I can see. Alright. Metal detector is going off about something in this room. Hidden key. I never would have seen that. Staff notice, yep, June 15th, 1983. Okay. Let's keep heading north while we can. Drawing room, right? Yeah. Oh, needs gems. Spare room is completely open, so let's use the spare room. I mean, that looks like it's gonna need a gem. I lied. Anything in here? No? Right. Pantry it is. Gotta keep the path going. Got some coins in here. Got a banana to eat. Anything else? No? Alright. What can I draft in here? Still can't draft the drawing room, which means this is now a dead end. Do I want the closet or the guest bedroom? I want the closet. I want the items. Give me the key. Give me the shovel. Definitely taking that outside. There's also a spot in the courtyard I wanted to look at for digging. Plenty to do today still. One last look around here. Gems aren't going to show up on the metal detector, so nope. Nope. My money. Alright, let's see about digging right here. I got pebbles. Very sturdy shape on those trees. Right. I suppose the best way is to go south and into the entrance hall again. If I got in the parlor right, I would have had another gem. Grumble, grumble. All right. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they're placed in conference room instead. That feels huge. Go in there. Over time, this is going to be good. Yeah, I know what spreading means. It means it's going to send them throughout rooms in the house. Do any of these have notes? Safe code 9083. So that's a lie, but safe code 9083. But I can try those digits in differing orders when we get to the safe. All right, what's to the right? Boudoir would be bad. Commissary is fine. I don't have the gems. Utility closet, I guess? Yeah. Turn the garage on. Turn the keycard entry system off. Turn the vacs on. Okay. Do I just run back to the garage now? I think I do. I think with all the extra steps I have, that it makes sense to do that. That bathtub seems super important, by the way. Another dirt pile I would have missed. A key, nice. Alright. Now that this is on, what does it do? Oh, this. Oh my god. Okay. Swan? Swan imagery is strong in this game. Alright, what's out here? First of all, can I take the ladder? No. Can I open this and keep it permanently open? I sure cannot. Imagine if I had the keys. I notice you, musical shift. Oh, does this make a shortcut back to the house? Oh, I can open this from this side, can't I? Yes! The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Alright. Alright. Okay, so we have more things. More story pieces. Even if the day resets now, we've got a beautiful clarinet playing. Oh, wow. Special floor plans now cost feet instead of that. Items for trade. I have some money. And shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms strapped. I mean, that would be nice, but I want to... Let's check out the hovel first. That makes it more likely I'll be able to open up paths, which will be good for me. And it gave me steps. And there's coins. Or something. Bear traps. Oh. Okay. What's that do? Oh my god. Very big day. There it is. Notice of termination. Dear Mr. Ravain, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as a groundkeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. Say the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. Thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors. And Babbage, house manager. All right. Ravane fired March 20th. Don't know if that's important. We have the spinning wheel. I'll definitely be coming out here every day to see what's going on here. Ooh, 45 rooms, 2 wings, 9 ranks, 45292. Coincidence. 45292, 45 teal, 2 pink, 9 violet, 2 yellow. Where's room 46, 7590? Test my full house theory. No luck as expected. Full house does not open 46th room. Huh. 2 starting rooms. 2 different starting rooms? Interesting. That's news. What's up? Didn't look up. Okay. We got that triggered. So I'll go check out that bit here in a moment. I think we're good. I'm glad I picked the hovel of all the options. My god. Ooh, dirt. A worthless old shoe. Perfect. Definitely going to check out the other 2 options here soon. I feel like we made so much progress today. Oh my god. Alright. 2 different starting rooms is fascinating. I guess we could theoretically start from the garage. Metal detector going off somewhere. Like near here. Is it this? Is it all the coins in this? It might be. I mean, it makes sense that it would be. All right. We'll come back to that. First, I want to see what this is now that both these flames are lit. Nothing? Might be 2 more. This feels like an elevator. It really does. Look up. Huh. Okay. Nothing there yet. And that's all still sealed off. No. I'm just saying what else might be out here that's different at this point. I don't think anyone would blame me for that right now. That was not a bird or a gem. Why did I snap to it like that? So orchards permanently upgraded. These are all up and running. So it took them 2 years to get another groundskeeper, or a year and a half. After the first one kind of spent all his time trying to find the 46th room. I wonder if that was Christoph Revane. I'm not sure. Alright, let's get back in. I'm excited now. Like, seeing things starting to open up. Power lines are definitely important, by the way. Like, there's too much attention being drawn to the fact that this is the middle of a power section. Two different entrances. We'll try coming in through the garage next time. I used 6 steps wandering back and forth there. Not my best move, but here we are. Okay, so we have like a permanent outer west gate path. There's 2 more additions outside. Good to know. Let's go over here. Security is the only option. Everything else seals it off, so security it is. It's going to take 3 steps. I'm fine with that. Oh, that's a lie, obviously. Okay. Trying to remember what was in this that I might need if I log into the network. Terminal password is Swan Song. Yeah. Any remote terminal access? Nope. Okay, shelter is one of the ones that will pop in here, so I need to make sure to get to that. Electronic mail. Nope. That has to be the office. Data transfers. Alright. Log out. Go back in. Let's mess with the security some since I turned off the keycard system. Keycard system security level will be high. Offline mode is unlocked. Should help get through the rest of the house. Right. Let's hope we don't dead end in this very narrow section we have left. Library is perfect. So is experimental house features. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. That tells me I want it for later. Yeah. Typically work over at Cinco Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine tests. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I've been unable to find the laboratory on the estate. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors worked, but I must admit I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated. All right. What's in the lab? This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. That is a true statement. Good to know. Periodic table of elements. Okay, let's start marking some of these. So 3 is hydrogen. Periodic table of elements. 3 is hydrogen. I need to bring up the table. I'll put it on the screen right now while I'm messing with this. Right. So, with this up, we can pretty easily reference what we're doing here. Once I get a large version on my own screen. There we go. All right. So, 8 is fluorine. 12 is neon. 2 is sulfur. 9 is tellurium. 11 is iodine. 10 is radon. Is that correct? Huh. So slightly oh, I see what's going on. Yeah, 10's radon. I'm looking at one that has more elements listed than this one does, but if this was an older table, then that makes sense. So 5 is what? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the left. So that is same line as radon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's osmium? Right? Or are we... No, we're not. Okay. I guess it could be... Hang on. It's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 left from radon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's rhenium. R-E, rhenium. I'm sure it's the actual, like, short form of these I need to know. So just putting in the elemental symbols for them. There we go. 6 is in the bottom 2 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the left is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's europium. Seven, or is it 7 next? Let's do 4 next. 4 is 1, 2, thorium. I'm wondering if there's supposed to be a periodic table in the game that we're referencing, but I mean something like this. 7 is protractinium. Then 3 to the right of that is 1, which is plutonium. And then I'm going to put those together in order, just out of my own curiosity. Oh, I already got the word push. Push, push the. Haha, I see. I see what's going on. The THRE. Push 3 up after 9. Okay. Push 3 up after 9. That's what this translated to. And I'll put my little thing breaking down how I figured that out on the screen. Cool. So, what else have we got in this lab? Oh my god, it's right here. Ha! Ha. Anyway, I figured it out. I'll just cut this back in and show that way instead of, you know, pulling up some random outside periodic table. Heating and cooling curves. Test 205 at atmospheric pressure, 93 kilopascals in the Mount Holly freezer. Lab technician Randolph M. Okay, so this is water's melting point. Yeah. Huh. All right. Interesting. Push 3 up after 9. So we start with 9 and then 3. But we would need power first from the boiler room. Okay. Well, moving on. Looking at the tabs, we want just as much of a straight shot as we can. I guess it has to be the East Wing Hall. Dark room, not being able to see what I'm doing next would be crippling. Are those different flowers? Hmm. Alright. Secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice? Huh. But also the library. Huh. Let's do the library first. So that's tempting. I don't think I've been in the library as part of it. I've also not been in the secret passage, so it's kind of hit or miss, but what's this note say? Okay, please select one. Oh. Books and periodicals requests for this form will be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, Swimbird, The Fixed Stars, History of Arindia, EPCW Pump System Using Manual, and Draft Strategy. Oh no. I had some books requested earlier, but none of these were on it. I want to know the pump system. I want to know all these, but let's start with the pump system. Simon P. Jones. Okay. Can I go up here? Yes. Mount Holly Records. Okay, that's just like length of time I've actually taken in the game. Okay, neat. And this is a scrapbook. First item checked was my broken lever. Uh-huh. Interesting. Contraptions I made. What's that about? Yeah, I need the boiler room. Most avoided boiler room, commissary, guest bedroom. Well, that's gonna change next time I see the boiler room. That's cool. Just a little records room right in here. Head downstairs. Anything else going on around here? Reading. Okay. Press R to pull up a directory. Okay. Huh. Right. Let's keep going. I could now draft second copies of rooms, but that would be a lock. Aquarium is every color of room, and the study is a lock. Nothing will let me keep going. I screwed myself. I mean, which one of these do I want to see is what this boils down to, and I'm going to take the aquarium. I like aquariums. Nice little key, some dirt. Got a coin. Little fish. Hey guys, what's up? Feel like there's supposed to be clues in there. I don't know. But yeah, that was unfortunately it. I have so many keys. This is wild. But yeah, I think I'm locked from anything further. Dang, it was a good day. It was a good enough day that I think I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here. We got a lot done. It's been a bit. So thank you all for watching. Gonna do another episode of this tomorrow, and then we'll see about a few more next week, and we'll see how far we can get. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.